streaming. Give us the 10 minutes before 10 minutes for Cheesemaster to make his way in if he is able to. Otherwise, we can go ahead and start.
How did I manage to get the
Mean to
highest
grab-
health in the party?
I don't know. You're just lucky, I guess.
Fair enough. Fuck it. Bard strong.
How high is your constitution?
+3, I believe?
Well, then that's why.
Yeah,
Oh.
+3.
That'll do it.
Yeah, my stats are pretty gronked.
Well, Bunny's here.
I hate this laptop sometimes.
Waiting. Go in. Everybody planning on keeping their camera on and off for those that have their cameras on and or off?
Correctamundo.
Yes.
Erica, you plan on keeping yours on? Okay. I gotta know so I can move tokens around as needed.
I had it on earlier, but I removed.
Right there. And I need this one. There we go.
Loading. Yeah, pain. Feel balance.
There we go. I just gotta go in and move these two. I know I was having such issues with that. So I may have to... Alright. Still nothing from Cheese Master, so we're just gonna go right ahead and get started. I have to move some of the tokens around because they like to move around between scenes for some reason. Also might need to resize these, but before I worry about any of that, lock. There we go. Welcome everyone to a brand new campaign. This is the Eyes of the Fallen, and we'll see how things go with it. So far you've seen a few of our characters through their character intros, with Darcy, Seymour, and Luca all being introduced. And as they were introduced, they were told to sit and wait for the remaining party members to join in, brand new recruits who are supposed to join them in this initial quest line initiation of sorts. And after waiting for some time, one of the new faces has joined in. The other is still waiting, but for now, we will do our introduction of Nova. Nova, if you would like to describe yourself.
Not dreading this moment at all. Okay. So as you know, I don't like doing those, so I'm going to go in the actual thing that I wrote. Sorry. It's taking me a minute.
Okay.
Okay. So, Nova is a young-looking Fey woman. She has dark gray skin with black freckle-like markings on her body. She has long, wavy black hair. Her eyes are translucent. She has horns similar to tieflings, and one of them has a white ribbon tied on it. Um, I never checked if the last part you grinned it or not.
Yes.
Okay. And she has large but proportions to a size raven-like wings. Do I go with what she's wearing?
Yes.
Um, she is wearing dark clothing, loose, wide-legged pants that tap her tightly from the middle calf down with what look like bands. Her top is a simple V-neck line with short, flared sleeves. At her waist, she has a wide white ribbon wrap around several times. That dicing, I think, is the word. A figure and contrasting with the black fabric. Um, and she has covering all that a simple slash modest black cover cape that for protections. Um, I'll say the rest later if it's needed.
Okay. On the wings, they do not grant you the ability to fly. They are there, however. Uh, so Nova, you were instructed to come here by your family and your uh, kin as a good way of gaining more understanding of this land, of the material, but also to strengthen your ability to protect. And as you make your way here, you notice that the exterior of this building is a large mansion almost. white marble columns holding up the ceiling that overhangs across the door from this 2-story building that has 2 wings that branch out either side. White marble walls matching the columns with what look to be 2 large blue banners hanging from the marble down, flanking either side of this large wooden oak door carved in a archway almost. As you make your way up, you notice that each of the windows appear to be darkened, as if no one were inside, and no sound seems to come from the building proper. These banners also are navy blue with gold filigree across the edges of them, and a large silver eye symbol across the center.
You will try the knob.
Knob is currently unlocked. Opening up the door, you see that this is a rowdy establishment. There's light, noise, everything. There seems to be something that is blocking off the exterior from being able to see the interior proper. But inside it is warm, lively. People are talking, conversing. There's a sense of family almost in some of the ways that there are interactions in this place. You see dwarves talking with elves. There's large half orcs standing around. A minotaur does catch your eye, currently sharpening the head of his double-headed battle axe with a large stone that he glides across the edge, shaving metal off with each pass, with longhorn style horns that stretch out and give everyone around him kind of this almost like 5-foot barrier to stand in. Almost has his own personal bubble based off the horns, but you do notice that one of the horns does have a pink ribbon tied in a bow across it. You see a purple-skinned tiefling with red eyes currently sitting at one of the tables. A elven-looking-ish woman with olive skin and similarly red eyes. And I have to refresh myself on this. A blue skin, blue eyed man with white hair, currently knitting something at one of the tables. And down in the far back is a long counter of sorts that has 4 people standing behind it. A tiefling, an elf, and 2 dwarves.
First of all, if the Minotaur person, if they had like a cross, if they, my God, I lost my English. If they had a look between each other, she would have probably pointed at the horn ribbon and just smile like, "Hey, me too." Um, and but it looks like a nice environment,
Yeah.
as in, everyone is at peace and no one is looking suspicious inside of the place.
Go ahead, give me an insight check.
Okay.
Let's get a vibe check
This
of this
one
place.
is better. Yes, yes, that's one.
Oh no, 2024 is gonna change insight to vibe check.
Imagine 11, 11. It's an
11.
easy one. Okay.
Peaceful wouldn't exactly be one of the words that would be used in describing this place, as there are some brawls happening, but they all seem to be in relatively good fun. It's mostly just there's a lot of people, a lot of adventurers gathered in one place. It's a lot of noise, and it's very different from being where you were from.
Hmm. Makes sense. That also is good that she didn't roll very high. With that 11, would she be able to know or find like the patron or like the owner of the place?
You don't see an owner, but with an 11, I'd say you'd see that the counters in the back, the long counter that holds the 4 people behind it, it is covered in papers, and the people there seem to be wearing matching navy blue attire that would almost seem to indicate that these are staff members of some kind.
Well, then, with that, she will very awkwardly make her way over, as in like avoiding for like, oh, I'm sorry. Oh, sorry for that. Oh, I'm just gonna pass. Sorry. Oh, apologies.
Okay,
Oh, no.
go ahead and roll a charisma check.
Oh no. Sure. Round 12.
12. Okay. uh it is fairly awkward as you continue past. There's a moment where a half orc, seemingly mostly drunk at this point, nearly falls into you, and you're pushed back into someone else, and it's just like walking around a mall, but everybody's drunk at the same time.
Oh no. Oh no.
And not exactly the most fun thing to do, but you eventually make your way towards the back counter area, and as you do, you see one of the dwarfs stretches. It's this shorter, red-haired dwarf. It's in bushy curls that are tied up into a loose ponytail behind his head. Uh, long, thick red beard that's almost down to his stomach. Currently going through a few papers, writing something down before glancing up to you. Oh, hi. Are you lost here, or?
Hi. 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 Hello. Um. Hi. Well, I don't really think you want to hear my entire story, anyways. But um, I, I've been told to come here for some reason. I am not really sure what I'm supposed to do, to be honest.
You know,
Oh, I
it's
don't know.
it's a little loud in here. I'm gonna need you to speak up just a wee bit, lass.
Sure. Wait, you could come a little closer, maybe.
And he kind of leans over the counter a little bit.
I should try and um speak a voice to his ear and just repeat that
Oh,
very awkwardly.
okay. So are you looking to be a new recruit, new membership, or are you looking to speak with Guildmistress Urvan?
Well, I suppose I will need to do the second one to get to the first one, right? So, both, I guess.
Typically, you start with the first one, and then we'll send you to see Ulvan.
Oh, all right, okay. She like straighten her clothes a little bit. Sure. How do we proceed?
Well, need to fill out some paperwork. I'm guessing you didn't receive any as you didn't come in with Mistress Ulvan. So, give me just a moment. As he begins pulling through a large stack of papers and. Ah, fuck. Let's see, and. Ah, there it is. Pulls out a sheaf of parchment and sets it down in front of you while passing an inkwell and a quill. So, right here is to sign up for the guild proper. Just need to fill out your name, a few of your abilities, so that we know what we are working with, and your age, your. He looks over the paper. Your species, which looking like tiefling, quite a lot of those nowadays. And then signature here, and read over the guild rules to make sure that you understand. Slides it all over to you.
She'll nod excessively and just maybe fill it up right there at the counter, but she like say things out loud and she fill up like, okay, name, so Nova. And then she'll keep on going like this for all the things. And
But by the time you filled out half of it, the dwarf is sitting there going, Druid.
just making sure that everything is correct. So I only have to do it once, you know? Okay, place of birth. Uh,
He's just sitting there, just. Yes.
she'll smile. You've been very patient, thank you.
With every word written down, as soon as the quill comes up from the full written word, you notice that there's a purple flash that comes across, and give me, actually, what's your passive perception?
Good question.
You have a 15 for your passive perception. With your passive perception, you notice that in the stack of sheets, that there is a faint purple glow that comes out after every word that you write.
Well, at the end of whatever she was writing when she noticed that, she will ask, this is all very peculiar, if I may say. What's is it magical? Well, I know people where I come from that do this type of things.
I
Please don't fall asleep.
He was like partway there. Oh, yeah, it is magical. Not really a binding contract of magic, but, you know, something to make a copy. That way you have your copy, we have our copy, and no one loses their copy of the paperwork. You would be surprised the first time that we opened up and we didn't use this, how much paperwork really goes missing.
Oh, I believe you.
But it also allows us the opportunity to look over some of the information if you fill out the paperwork before you come in, which is typically how it's done, but since you're here, and with the last line on the signature for the rules, which you've read out, I assume.
Very detailed.
I assume also out loud. At which point he's like, and now he's reading the rules along with you.
He's taking a refresher. It's okay.
And he's just like, any guild member with the Eyes of the Fallen will not also cooperate or interact with any of the guild members of the Hands of the Fallen, a guild known to steal magic items. In case of stolen and lost property, and just going through it with you. At the very end, fully signed over, you have your copy, and he pulls out the copy that was glowing purple and shows you that every line that has been filled out from you is an exact copy of that line. He very quickly puts it away before you can start reading it over and says,
Clever.
"Alright, welcome to the Eyes of the Fallen Guild. Mistress Urvan will be meeting with you rather soon. You'll want to meet up with the newest party of guild members who have started up, and I think they are right over there," and points to the 3 guild members that you had noticed earlier. The tiefling, the elf, and the blue-skinned, white-haired man knitting currently.
She will look and see which of them as he points them out, I would assume. And before leaving, she will like stretch her hand out to him. Well, thank you, thank you.
Takes your hand, and you can feel as he takes your hand, his hand is very calloused. Can almost feel with your what is your passive insight?
Wouldn't that be investigation?
This is more insight based off of the vibe of the person and physically interacting with them.
Okay, never mind. My bad.
It's all good. With a 15 passive insight, you can sort of get the understanding like that he wasn't always a desk clerk. He was at some point someone in charge of maybe battle, maybe something else, but definitely not the hands of someone who's spent most of their life just writing things down.
Oh, strong hands. Also, what's your name?
Oh, well,
Yes, she did told you strong hands, in case you're wondering.
at that he kind of has a little bit of a blush to his cheeks.
And you're looking for a name.
I've made so many NPCs at this point that are specifically for this campaign. But for some reason, I can't find them when I need them. Oh, think I found him. Yes. Oh. Uh, well, my name's Slane.
Slain.
Are you spelling it out to him?
I'm spelling it out to you.
Add an E at the end.
Okay. Well, thank you for welcoming me, I suppose. I guess. I don't really know. Um, well, I guess we're gonna see each other. That I talk too much. I'm going to go and we shall point. Okay, see you.
Boy. And you can see him kind of like rub his eyes. Before you turn and leave. Who are you heading towards?
What you said at the back, so I'm
Mm-hmm.
suppose around here.
Yes.
Well, if they are close enough to each other, we should probably like be somewhere here and just the first one that looks up.
Seymour, you
Seymour.
look up and now you see this possibly tiefling, hard to say, staring directly at you as soon as you look up.
Oh, can I help you? Strange woman?
Oh, well, strange. That's I never had that one before. You're not usual yourself. Um, I've just been told to wait here for the lady of the house, I guess. Oh, my name is Nova, by the way. What's yours?
I'm a half elf, half sea elf. People get confused. They think I'm a water genasi, but I'm not. Please take a seat.
Thank you. Did she like your feet?
You have lovely
I love
wings, by the way. Lovely wings.
Oh, thank you. Thanks. And she looks a bit.
You're welcome.
And so I forgot his name.
Seymour.
You just said it. Sorry. So, Seymour, what brings you here? What you're far from the sea.
Um, a promise of adventure, gold, and maybe some of my own personal vendettas that may come about throughout our event through this potential um, contracted obligation that we have put ourselves in. But mostly for the adventuring and having fun. That's why I'm here.
That's a lot. It's a lot. Oh, I don't mean to be rude, but have you been waiting for a long time? It's a bit dark in here.
He pulls his pocket watch out from his coat. And I've been here since noon. It's now dusk, so been here for probably a good 4 hours waiting. I'm sure we'll probably waiting for you, but it's been a joyous experience listening to the crowd in here. Reminds me of home.
Oh, it does not remind me of home. It's a lot to take in. Oh, it's
Good.
an experience.
It is an experience. So what brings you to this lavish and quite bustling establishment?
Well, I guess it's a little bit the same thing. Only only more in quest of answers and understanding of this side of the world.
Sounds like a good idea to me. There's nothing wrong with experiencing new places. I'm not originally from here. I'm from Talashar, down south. So it's always good to see new places.
Alasha? Oh, I'm so sorry. I've never heard of it at
Oh,
all.
it's a small country that hugs the shining sea. It's a small country, but it's lovely. Got the dark jungle, we got dinosaurs, we got myriad of monsters that want to eat you, but we're protected by a mountain range, so we're all safe and dandy in Talashar.
Oh, well, it does sound marvelous. Is it is it far from where we are? I don't even know where we are.
Well, we are in Waterdeep, so it's about a 7 to 10 day trip on a sailing boat, give or take. And if you're going to walk by land, a good year or two.
An entire year.
'Cause- yes, give or take, depending on how fast you're walking.
To be honest, Shimmer, I'm not really sure time worked the same way I am from because, well, I don't know. I think I need a little more acclimate. What's the word? Acclimating? Acclimatation?
That's
Acclamation.
correct, my dear.
Acclimation? None of the above? Okay, cool, 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 cool. Have you had the chance to converse with the others as well?
Not yet. Um, not currently. You're the first person I've spoken to. I just assumed we were gathering around the same spot because it's a lovely place to sit.
Just a little bit wild, if you ask me, and she like a little bit about. I, I guess now is as best time as ever, I suppose. Um, well, I'm glad the two first person I talked to were nice. Um, thank you. I
You're
guess.
welcome.
I think we should go introduce ourselves. I've been told that and I forgot her name, the lady of the house should be here at some point. Any minute now.
Hmm. I guess we should introduce ourselves. You go that way,
I'll let you
I'll
lead
go
the
that
way.
way. We meet in the middle.
Um, all right. I'm not sure what the middle is, Shimmer, but I guess I will follow you lead.
You keep calling me Shimmer.
Sh- Shimmer. What?
Seymour.
It's my French accent. You need to correct
And
it.
I
You
take.
should have corrected me like the
I only just real.
ago.
only just realized what you were saying.
I heard it. I thought it was a character thing.
Yeah, I thought it was
But
a
it could
character thing
be.
too, where it's like, oh,
It could be
Shimmer.
character thing.
Well, it's a
Shimmer.
character thing now. My nickname's Shimmer.
Shimmer.
Oh no, he's the
Like
SSS.
Shimmer Seymour Seaborn.
Shimmer. Lead the way, lead the way.
I'm going to talk to the tiefling over there. You can talk to the elf lady over there.
Oh, Elf. I'm familiar with them. Great. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right.
Tra la
So
la la la.
We'll move
You-
to Seymour walking over to Luca. Luca, what are you doing currently?
Luca is currently using a cantrip to turn on and off the candle. Evidently and very clearly bored out of his fucking mind.
Seymour will kind of like crane his neck to like get into Luca's eye vision. It's like, are you bored or something?
He'd be like
I see
mid
you.
cantrip cast as he looks up. Duh?
Duh.
Yes, I am
Looks
very
fun.
bored.
It's quite fun. Quite an amusing situation that you have with this candle. You know it well personally.
I have been here for 2 weeks. I think I do.
Oh, well, it's lovely to meet you, Mr. Candle. And your name is?
My name is Luca.
Ah, my name's Seymour Seaborn. I know, my name sounds too similar, yet all at once. Don't say it too fast, or you'll get confused.
I think I'll just call you Seymour.
Sounds good to me. Were you invited here as well in person by the guild mistress, or will you
I
just
was in,
receive an anonymous letter?
I was instructed by my master to come here.
Aha, interesting. Very interesting. So it looks like I'm the only one that was personally invited
It
by
does
the
appear
guild
to be.
mistress. Who is your master, by the way?
The black staff.
Ah, very interesting. Haven't heard that name in a very long time.
Truly? You're this she is very well known in the city.
I'm I'm not from around here. I'm normally on the open sea, sailing up and down the coast and far off west, and
Ah,
so I don't really get much time in the cities unless I'm in a tavern, sleeping.
I see, I see.
But I
Well,
have heard the name of the Black Staff. Quite interesting figure within the walls of Waterdeep,
hmm,
or wherever they are from.
she is a good woman. So you
So
said
I've
that
heard.
you said that you travel. Do you still travel, or have you decided to stop for this guild?
I've decided to stop, as the life of a cargo ship captain can get quite frivolous at points, and it's the
Mm,
same old thing. Go here, go there, pick this person up, deposit them there, catch fish, don't catch fish. It's a mediocre life, and I wish for more excitement.
I can respect that. For me, it was quite the opposite. I was told this would be a vacation.
Ah, well, I hope you have a lovely vacation.
I hope so too. I was told that we would be capturing magical items.
Yes, yes. That's the part I'm looking much forward to.
Hmm. I wonder if we'll be able to keep any.
Hmm,
Probably
maybe.
not, but maybe.
If we find duplicates of an item, maybe we'll keep the duplicates and give the original one to the first one to the guild. We'll
Duh.
have to see what the guild mistress has to say.
We will have to see.
May I may I take a seat?
Of course.
Seymour proceeds to sit down, then continue to knit, just humming away sea shanties um, as he does so.
Uh, Luca would Luca would also hum along to the same sea shanty.
Uh, that sea shanty that is being hummed is one that Seymour knows fairly well from his time at home in Talashar, because one of the dangers of the sea is known as the diver's grave, and a certain the Shilla who lays to rest at it. But rest is not truly the full feeling that she gives, as the Shilla often tries to sink ships below the sea to claw and ring. I will get you that sea shanty after game. But while you guys are humming to your sea shanties, we move over to Nova and Darcy.
So, Darcy is just sitting, I think, with one leg up, with her cute little pet rat on her knee. I won't forget about it, I promise. And she'd be just like mumbling to herself, and the rat. It's okay, Scruffy. That old big bitch is far from us right now. You don't have to see her for a good while, I hope.
The rat kind of curls up. It's a dark brown rat with black beady eyes and a long bald tail, but fairly well groomed, furs very soft, and the long whiskers that stick out from its face no longer droop. And you can see it kind of just sitting there looking up to you.
Oh. You just keep petting him, like really carefully. Like it's okay. Don't be upset. So
Nova.
is
So as she watches that, it's not something she can do automatically. So before going that there, I'm going to cast speak with animals on her.
On
But it's
yourself.
not something that's automatic.
Uh,
Technically, it's just, I,
from your druid, you do have speech of the woods, where beasts can understand your speech and you gain the ability to decipher their noises and motions. It's not exactly being able to directly speak
oh,
common to each other, but you do actively at all times have the ability to understand movement and noises for the different things that they are trying to convey.
and would it be able to understand if, by the way, this is our character.
Mm-hmm.
I completely forgot. Would it be understand? Would it be able to understand automatically?
They do understand you. They don't necessarily understand, like, if you come to the rat and try to speak to it about religion and social constructs, it's not going to understand that. But basic things, it's fairly easily conveyed between.
Okay. Okay, well then, I'll use that instead. So she'll approach and first look at Darcy, give her a smile, and then give her attention to the rock, to the rock, and tell him, "Hi, hi there. how does he actually like? Does he look? How does it look? In what state is the rat?
Darcy, go ahead, give me a animal handling check.
Oh no.
Oh no!
Oh no.
Can I keep it like this?
Nova,
I'm just kidding. I don't even know you. I don't even know
Nova,
you. No.
give me a nature check.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, it's a 10. Could be worse. She's trying. She's trying to provide for poor Scruffy.
Looking at the rat and taking some time to get a general sense of its health, well-being, its demeanor. It's not in awful shape. It's not. This isn't like the most super well cared for pet rat, but it's also not like someone has been abusing it or not feeding it properly. It almost seems a little bit overfed.
Oh, well then, after saying that to the rat, she will tell him, you look scruffy, but I'm going to assume that she cannot take good care of you, and she will like crook an eyebrow to Darcy.
What would, like, would Darcy understand what she's saying? Or,
She's speaking in common,
uh,
but
oh,
it seems like she's conveying uh, emotion and message through her speech to the rat.
okay, so Darcy would be a little bit offended by that. What do you mean? Of course, I take good care of him.
Oh, I'm
He's my
sorry,
little
sorry.
buddy.
I don't mean to offend you, but it's the state is into at the
S-
moment.
The state?
Yes,
Mhm.
yes.
The
Is it the
state?
first time you have an animal to take care of?
The first time he's been with me for ages.
Oh, then I guess I
This is a happy
understand.
rat right here. I can tell you.
As she nods very slowly, looking at the rat in understanding and back to Darcy. Right. What's its name?
Gruffy.
Indeed, it is. But I meant his name. My name is Nova. What's its name?
And his name is Scruffy.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't understand. I thought you meant his name. I I guess you know how to choose names for wild animals. Um, sorry. What is yours?
So-
Oops,
when I need a moment. Sorry. Darcy.
that was a good one though.
Uh,
And what about you? I guess.
Oh, oh, Nova. Nova is mine.
Mm,
Nova, Scruffy, and Seamer, and pointing to you.
Darcy.
Oh, that's such a pretty name. Are you from around here? I'm not. Just I know, I know, I know. Just so you know. Just wing it.
Chaos has ensued.
Sorry, out of character. I have no idea.
Just wing it.
I never specified a city or anything. Well,
We can say you're a water deep native.
okay. And we are about 20 minutes away from Waterdeep.
Yes.
I guess you could say that I'm local-ish.
Oh, I'm so happy to see an elf in here. I feel like I haven't crossed paths with one in a couple of days now.
An elf?
Yeah, you know,
Demon's just chopped
like
liver.
you with pointing ears.
Yeah.
You do know you are elf, right? I mean, I guess. I
I'm-
don't know.
Technically speaking, I'm only a half elf. But yeah,
Oh,
thank you. I do
you
know.
look very
I
small.
noticed. We have mirrors,
Kind of weird.
you know.
Oh, it's refreshing to have a conversation with you, Darcy.
Is it?
Oh yes, and you're Scruffy. You, of course, it's always a pleasure to have a conversation with you as well. I would ask if you want a little snack, but I'm going to guess that you'll be fine for a couple of hours.
Somehow this rat looks offended.
Don't-
Well,
Squeak, squeak,
I'm
squeak.
not gonna give you one, but maybe she would.
Darcy would just be like, it's okay, Scruff, don't listen to her. She doesn't know what she's talking about. She doesn't know you like I do.
We're gonna need a picture of Scruffy. I need to know how round that rat is. I need a visual of how round the rat is. Oh, how is it? I, if, well, if you are speaking to Scruffy, if you are okay with it, maybe you can talk to Darcy and we can join the others. Shimmer and I actually had a conversation earlier where we would introduce ourselves and then, you know, rejoin in the middle at some point. Maybe you want to convince your friends here.
So again, Darcy would hear all this, right? I guess we can join. Yeah, but why are you? Oh, never mind. She'll just get up and start walking towards the others as fast as she can. Hello there. Hi.
I love
Hello.
the animal.
Is it too late to say give the information that Seymour has a pet hawk named Swiftwing? As they approach, the bird comes flying down and lands on Seymour's shoulder, eyeing off the rat.
You didn't tell me.
This hawk lands on Seymour's shoulder, staring down the rat, and you see the rat climb up onto Darcy's cloak and then tuck away into one of the inner pockets.
Darcy will just protectively like. No.
It's a color's lie.
Get that thing out of there. Out of here, please.
Hello, who are you? Hi, Nova. Um, this is Swiftwing. Why does he need to go?
Well, Swiftwing was just eyeing Scruffy.
No, he wasn't.
Right. Is that right?
He doesn't eat
Yeah.
rats. He likes rabbits because they're bigger. But he does not eat rats. They're below him.
Poor rabbit.
No offense, your rat looks kind of adorable.
I know, full of nice people.
Is the
And
ox
then-
looking
They're
happy?
just like,
How about Jojo the animal?
The I, you know, if I could tell you, the hawk appears to be nonplussed by the event. Does seem a little bit bored, similar to Luca. But it's around the time that you four gather up, and that a faint voice begins to sound, and as this voice sounds, you notice everyone in the space begins to quiet down as you hear Darcy, Luca, Seymour, and Nova. Please make your way to the Guildmistress's office. And as you hear that, you notice two doors open up with no one behind them.
Well, that seems to be us. Luca would then stand up and kind of like gesture the way.
anyone else with those names approaching the doors?
Ooh. Super cutting out
It's
there,
fast.
Ethan.
Beep boop robot.
And like, just doors. Beep, boop, boop, boop. Seymour will bow slightly, get the first, and approach double doors.
Seymour, Luca approach. Darcy and Nova, are you following behind?
Yep.
Darcy, as you follow behind, you also feel inside your cloak in that pocket, the
Oh.
Scruffy is currently shaking a little bit.
She would like try to comfort him through the cloak. It's okay.
But as you all make your way through, you see that this is a relatively long hallway. There are doors to the right, and then further down, doors to the left at the end of this hall. You can see as you step into this space, with Luca, Seymour, Darcy, and Nova making your way in. As soon as you step through the threshold of the doors, they slowly close behind you. And down at the far end, two doors open, and you hear a soft voice saying, "Please, I believe I have something for you all."
Okay. Luca
So,
would start
what are
heading.
these items?
Oh man,
This?
Ethan, you're super laggy and might need to do camera off for.
I hate them. Yep, right. Will do.
Let's see if that helps out a little bit.
Does that help in any or form?
It's a lot more intelligible.
Okay, we'll go with intelligible.
All right. The group makes their way into this room, and you can see it is a large library study of sorts. Tall bookshelves stand on the walls, and there are a few scattered papers on the ground that as you step forward, they move out of your way before you're able to step on them. The room is warmly lit, and behind a desk towards the back wall, you see, for the first time for some of you, Guildmistress Ulvan, a woman of almost unknowable age, elven ears showing her descendancy, but also wearing on her right eye a black eye patch, as well as bearing a scar that goes from her forehead down across to her jaw. Also on her right side, it appears that she is missing an arm, but she wears a navy blue cloak with golden filigree across it that has a, at the front where the cloak would meet, the same symbol as you saw on the two banners outside of this manor-like guild. And as everybody steps in, she looks up from her desk and looks to the group and gives a small smile as she says, "Thank you all for coming. I believe that I have a mission now ready for you all, though you are missing one member, but for now, they will have to wait until the next quest. But wish to make sure you all have acquainted yourselves, have you not?"
We have.
Very good. All right. Then we don't need to get into the business of introductions. I am Guildmistress Ulvan. Some of you already know this. Some of you have just met me now. For those who have just met me, I am the one in charge. And through your actions, we will see if you are able to do well in our guild. For now, we will see. The quest itself, as she pulls out a sheet of parchment that she then unfolds into this accordion piece that now extends out. So, we are looking for the crypt of a man known as Felin Galvis, and specifically looking for an item known as the Cloak of Felin Galvis. Last
Would I
known...
recognize? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, would Luca recognize that name?
Go ahead and roll a history check.
Ooh, I'm good at those.
DC is 15.
24.
24. Felin Galdris is a relatively well-known, though for his infamous acts, a elven man who lost his daughter in a ancient he is of ancient origin back during the time of the Dragon and Giant Wars, but his daughter was actually among some that were meant to ally with the giants, but he was betrayed, and in his betrayal he went and burned down an entire city one of the capitals of giant kin, and in that act, he was then slain and buried away, and much of the smaller, finer details have been lost to history, as it seems that many people have tried to kind of cover up this story.
Okay.
Last known location is somewhere within the Waterdeep Forest nearby, but we have not been able to exactly establish known location. Yes. And she sets the paper down and begins digging through her desk before pulling out a satchel bag with what looks to be the pattern of a face on it. A leather strap connecting as a sort of sling that you can throw on. Sets that down on the table. So, you'll be needing this, as she pushes it forward. A bag of holding. I believe it shall aid you in some of your journeys. We've also gone ahead and given you all some healing potions that lie within this bag of holding. We aren't wanting to send you to your deaths, so we don't want you to worry about healing.
Luca would grab the bag with his prosthetic.
And then you'll need this, as she passes the parchment over as well. This is to give you a guide of what is required of you. Anything that is on this paper you are to find and bring back to the guild for us to store. Anything that you find that is outside of this, you may keep for your own personal gain, to be used in whatever manner you wish, or to be sold to the guild for a sum. But also, the reward for finding this cloak and returning back with it alive and whole is 600 gold pieces.
Understood.
That is to be split up amongst you as you see fit between the four of you. And I believe that is everything. Unless you have any questions for me.
None come to mind.
Then seems that you have a quest to fulfill. Be careful.
Yes.
Come back alive. And make sure to make a good story of it. I'm sure the others of the guild will want to hear about the tales whenever you come back.
Understood. With that, Luca would bow his head and then start heading back towards the door, unless someone interrupts him.
No one interrupts?
Nope.
Alright. Then
Nope.
everyone can make their way out. And as you make your way out of the room, the doors close behind you once again as if pulled by a invisible force. And you all stand in the hall.
She's lovely.
She is quite lovely, is she not? Quite a peculiar character, but I like her.
Very calm, very composed.
Very
Indeed.
demure.
Oh God.
Ew.
How many potions was that again?
She did not give you an exact amount of potions.
Luca would look in the bag and see how many potions are in it.
Looking into the bag and pulling out, you have 3 potions of healing, the basic kind.
Okay. I will put those in the bag. Can any of us heal?
Yes.
The very quiet one whispers,
Oh, sorry. I thought it was clear enough. Yes. Yes.
All right. Then he's gonna hand 1 potion to Seymour, 1 potion to the half elf, and keep 1 for himself. No, he's gonna hand. Basically, he's gonna hand 1 to everyone except for himself.
okay. So everyone except for Luca can mark that they have a potion of healing now.
Everyone has a basic potion of healing.
And the day is yours. Do you set out to find this forest entrance?
Luca
I
would.
suppose we should.
Yeah, Luca would. Luca would try to get people to go along to do the mission now.
Alright. Everybody making their way out of the guild hall and stepping out. You see on the paper there is a bit of a purple flare that comes across at the bottom, and it says last known location, possibly within the Waterdeep Forest nearby.
Okay. Is anyone here good at tracking?
Can we roll a survival check?
You guys can roll survival.
Someone can roll a nature. Like I don't know.
I'm pretty good at nature. If anyone else is better at nature, then
I've always wanted to roll a survival.
ooh,
That's my first
Ooh.
survival.
I'm gonna roll nature.
So
Wait,
are all-
DM, is it okay if I roll nature instead of survival?
That's okay.
Dope.
I'm
Also
gonna do
23.
nature as well.
Alright.
Oh,
Fuck me. These dice.
Seymour, it is. This is a strange land. There are no dinosaurs trying to eat you. There are no giant mountains that are nearby keeping the dinosaurs at bay. And you are not on the water. This is very much not your territory, not your stomping ground. So you are kind of literally a fish out of water in this moment. Darcy, looking to the forest, you see.
No.
Which is nice timing.
That was
Timing.
fantastic timing. But Darcy, looking to the forest, you're able to see, like, you're used to Waterdeep, which is a large city full of people. You're also used to a very different forest, which is not this one. Uh so it is hard to tell exactly where you need to go within this forest specifically and which way will lead forward. However, Nova and Luca, almost at the exact same time, as you step towards the forest, you're able to look and see. Luca, you see sections of rock that don't look natural. The cut of the rock look to be man-made, though it is beginning to show age and erosion from many years, but there's still very sharp edges that are not natural.
Hmm.
Whereas Nova, you notice that these rock clusters look like broken down building stones. The placement of them begin to show dotted spaces deeper within this forest, and you're almost able to follow them as if they were a trail of bread. But
Yun.
this seems like the most likely of trails that one would take. And as you all step deeper within, you see the uh, overhead trees begin to block out some of the now falling sun. Uh, but before you is the forest ahead. The trail is being led. Let me brush this. Gray. Choose and do. The trail is leading deeper this way.
Okay. Luca would start to lead the way down the trail. Beep, 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 beep.
Do you mean it's darker, less, or is it being darker?
It is fairly dark currently as the overhead of the canopy of the trees have started to block out what little sunlight has begun to fade away, and the forest itself is a darker forest.
We all have dark vision, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But in saying that, Sable will unsheath his rapier and cast light on it,
Okay, what color is your light?
like this shimmering teal color.
Shimmering teal. Let's see if I can get to teal.
Or a light blue works too, whichever one you can get to closest.
That work?
Yeah, that's fine. That works.
All right. As this blue teal light begins to emerge from the rapier now extended, you now have light filling up the area as you follow along.
All right.
Continuing forward, you notice that the trail continues on for another fair bit, winding, weaving, and then as you walk it, the clusters of stone get bigger and more put together, and you can see some of this stone in the way that it's shaped. Go ahead and give me a history check.
Ooh, I'm good at those. Ooh, that was a really bad roll. 10.
Anybody else want to make a history check?
No, we cannot roll. Oh. Oh, that's good.
I'm gonna go for it.
Okay.
That was the wrong
It's
one.
okay, Simmer.
My
That's because
bad.
we're not from here.
Everybody
Because we're not from here.
everybody looking at it, uh you can see the age, you can see that this is old worked stone. This is part of a civilization. No clue on anything further about it.
Oh, oh, oh. But we are in a forest.
Yes.
So, how can I answer that? So I possibly don't need exactly a roll, but how does, how does the forest vibe?
How does
That
the
doesn't make sense.
forest vibe?
How
Is the
is there
forest
anything in
vibing?
the air? Is the like can she listen? Well, can she listen to nature to grasp something? If that makes sense. I have no clue how to say that.
Give me a insight check. This is,
Not my first.
yeah, this is a very different forest to what you're used to. And something is picked up. You feel something as you continue walking through this forest and following this trail. As you I need what is everyone's passive perception?
13 on my end.
Uh,
14.
12.
So just Nova. Here's a faint female voice calling through the forest. Turn back.
Oh, I can hear you. Why? As she looks around, as she looks up, maybe. Yeah.
Nothing would show where this voice originated from.
Oh, I'm sorry. Maybe we are intruding. We actually looking for. What are we looking for? Oh yeah, o'clock. Um, something that might be lost in these woods. I won't find that weird that she's just randomly talking. Cool, cool.
You would seek cannot be found. Leave with your lives. Oh, we got a new follower.
Underscore knee on 77 just followed.
Hey.
Thank you for the
thank
follow.
you. Hooray, hooray. We need like poppers every time someone says we can just
That's too much
Poppers.
confetti.
Oh,
that
those
would be
poppers.
gas
Okay.
though. That'd be awesome. Although, she would probably let the others know that so there is a voice in the wind right now that is strongly encouraging us to leave while we are still what's the word she used again? Oh yes, alive. Doesn't sound very, I don't know. I don't know if this is a good idea.
Hmm. I don't think that we should let ghosts tell us what to do.
Uh, if it's telling us to not die, then maybe we should not die.
I guess there is a bit of that in the message. I can ask confirmation. I'm not really sure she's still here actually, but she told it twice.
Um, if you wish to ask her to clarify, that would be good.
We can see the talking is
Looking
normal.
behind you for a moment, there's a flash of something, and then you hear the voice of the woman. And you see elven woman with long flowing white hair, sunken in cheeks and dark eyes, wearing a red dress with long flowing silk coming from it that seems to float in a breeze that you do not currently feel. As she looks to you, Nova, and says, "You do not know what it is that you will find in this crypt." As she looks over towards this area, which you can now see there is a divot in the ground that opens into the maw of a cavern.
Hmm.
Luca, as the closest one, you can currently see that on the rock wall of the cave, not too much further within, there is the words, "Forgotten father, may history never remember the grief that he spread," carved into the wall.
Hmm. And that's written in common?
It is currently written in common, yes.
Okay.
But almost seems like an older common.
Okay, so lots of these and thous in the line.
Yes.
Well, that is disconcerting, but hopeful. I think we found our crypt.
Also,
I
what's the
believe we
what's the
have.
woman? Answer his question first.
Who? The
Oh, we don't have everyone in the same order. Hammer. I can't. You're gonna have to be
Seymour.
patient. Hammer asked a question.
I think Seymour said, "I
Did I?
believe we have."
I believe we have found the crypt. It's very crypt looking. I've seen a few in my life, and this is very crypt looking.
Looks
No
almost
crypt. I see a
cryptic.
crypt. Haha, you're so funny.
New campaign, new pun bag to make.
Hee hee hoo ha ha.
Uh,
Shark bait. Hoo ha ha.
Before she joins the group, though, she will tell what is the lady like? Is she? Oh my god, I can't. She. I am going to assume that she's a ghost.
There
Or
is an
would this be
etherealness.
Ooh, this is lovely. She would probably like give her the most awkward bow imaginable. She probably trip on a stone or something to make it 1,000% awkward. Oh, I'm sorry, we might be intruding. Will I think we are going to go explore um said crypt that you suggested not to go into. Um, but if you have any information for us that might help us to come back the way we entered, I would be so very grateful.
You see her look past you towards the crypt, and there is a sadness in her dim eyes. She looks and says, "There is only one way in and one way out. Though not many have found their way free. I can do nothing to stop you from continuing your pursuits, but you have been warned." As she then begins to fade away.
Thank you. And I'm sorry. We'll be here for a bit if you need extra help after we do whatever down there. Thank you.
All right. Is there like a direct way down, or is it like just a gaping maw?
It is a large opening with a almost winding cave floor that goes down at an incline. It's not a hole in the ground, but it is like a descent down, almost like a slide.
Hmm. Like a slide.
If one wanted to open the cave a bit more to make it less, because currently the way that it is made and positioned, you can see that this was almost made as an attempt to ward people off uh by making the entrance hard to get through, and uh it seems big enough to slide a sarcophagus through and then someone to slide down after.
Hmm.
That was very
All right. I have a
weird.
thing in my bag that could help, I think. Let me check.
Anybody else doing anything?
Uh, Not
Oh,
sure.
actually.
Uh, so he said it's a slide, right? Uh, Seymour's gonna look down the hole and like, look, hmm, fun, and just jumps into the hole and slides,
Okay.
ignoring everything that Lucas said.
Yeah, Luca's like halfway pulling out some rope and pythons from his bag before he just sees Seymour just going down.
And like Seymour like waves as he does it, like bye bye.
Okay. And as that's happening, we are going to take a real quick bio break, so we will be right back. Get water, do the things, stuff that you need. But yeah. And while we are on our bio break, I'm gonna go ahead and shout out Pocket Bard. Thank you to Pocket Bard for giving us the ambiance and music for this, making things creepy and fun as we go along. Uh, but yeah, everybody, you guys got 10 or so minutes. If you can make it faster, we can do it faster. So, shall see you guys soon.
He's not that
This is a
round.
Oh. It's just like the rat.
Tiny bit.
I don't,
Oh
I don't think
no.
his size is the same as the rest of us.
Definitely.
Hmm.
Oh, can you guys hear? Oh, okay. Now you can. I
Mhm.
think I accidentally muted myself. Okay. Be right back. Thank you.
Actually, while we're doing that,
Good.
gonna go ahead and turn on some music.
I was wondering where the music was. It was like, this is very quiet.
What's everybody think so far of the game?
I like it. I like it a lot.
Yes.
A bit worrisome that we don't have anyone that actually is a tank, but it's okay.
Well, we're treasure hunters. We don't want someone big and clanking go, look at me, I've got heavy armor on. Cling, clang, 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 as we're trying to sneak through crypts and clay caves and
Stuck
tombs
inside
and
of the,
whatnot.
of the
Yeah, but when
side.
there's a bunch of undead at the bottom, then we'll want a big clanky guy.
Eh,
And
we'll
the
be
fact that the
fine.
fucking lore bard is the tankiest person in the party.
Well, you've also got a another one that's like 1 point behind you.
They're one AC behind me, but then they have a lot less health.
Eh,
It's okay. We'll make it. We'll make do. We've got healing potions and
we'll
shit.
see.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
other abilities that may be used.
Yeah, I think this is the first bard I've had that doesn't have healing spells.
Combat Bard.
I'm sure the druid. I'm sure a druid has few healing spells.
Yeah, she
Correct.
mentioned as much.
So, actually, she has two classes. She is a druid and a cleric.
Oh, that's right. You are a druid cleric.
Yup.
I might multi-class
A
into
cleric of the
paladin,
grave,
maybe.
to be precise.
Oh, that's interesting. You're a deaf druid.
More of a
No.
No, well,
The name
in
is
a
so.
similar
Yeah.
also that you are more inclined to the other aspect of nature. You have the life, then you have the death.
Yeah. Oh well. Hi, you were
And
faster than
you're
me on that one.
and you're a shepherd, circle the shepherd druid.
Hmm.
So you're shepherding the souls to the afterlife.
Yeah.
You're pretty quintessential the Grim Reaper of um Faerun.
But in like a good way though.
Yeah, well, the Grim Reaper is neither evil or good in any context. The Grim Reaper is just like, come with me, child, to a better life beyond this mortal plane.
Mm. Mm.
Anyway, as I was saying, I might multi-class into Paladin
That'd be cool.
eventually.
A rogue paladin.
Either, yeah, as either Paladin of Vengeance or the Taldori thing, the Paladin of Oath of the Open Ocean, which
We
kind of is fitting.
we're not gonna do too much of
Like,
Taldore just because I haven't fully read it over.
fair enough.
So if I get some time to fully read it over and check it out, then we can come back to if we want to bring Taldori into this. I mean, I partially did already with Deshilla, but
Just a thought, obviously. Wait, I'm gonna wait a little bit
The only thing I would
till
recommend if you. Oh, go ahead.
Sorry, you go.
I was going to say the only thing I would recommend is if you're going to go paladin, you may want to change your rogue subclass. Because arcane trickster would probably do you better because you're getting more spell slots at that point.
Yeah, true, but it doesn't match my character story.
That's fair.
He's a
Yeah.
state. He's a set. Yeah, uh, he's a sailor.
That's fair. Yeah. Above optimization, you got to put like your character's flavor in there.
Hmm, screw the mechanics. If it doesn't fit my character's backstory, it's not happening.
Honestly, that's the whole reason Luca's a bard is because it makes more sense for him to have that like skill monkey thing going for him because of his backstory. And I didn't want to chance like, hey DM, can I start with a feat? It's like, no, no one else did. That'd be stupid.
well, unless you took variant human, but then
No.
you're variant human, that's it.
Yeah,
So
then I have to play a human. No.
then I don't get to be a
Ew,
special
gross.
boy.
Exactly. I don't get to be a special horny boy. Oh, that didn't come out
Oh,
well at all.
No.
no,
Oh,
it did
no.
not.
Oh, that
It's
was meant to be a lot more wholesome than it came out as.
a special infernal boy.
There we go.
There.
Special demon boy.
He's a special demon boy. Not like all those
I am
normal
not revealing.
humans.
I'm not revealing anything about my character until the right time.
That's fair.
For all you guys know, he's half sea elf. His father's human, and his mother's a sea elf. That's all you need to know.
But all you know, he's half dwarf, half Goliath, and a quarter sea elf.
I hate everything. I still love that. The thing is, he technically wasn't lying. He never said he was that. He just said his parents were that. So he technically, very technically, wasn't lying.
I
It's dumb face shit.
I would love to see that explanation to Darius of, but you lied to us. Well, technically,
Yeah, technically, I didn't lie. I just didn't tell you I wasn't the thing that I said.
But that's still lying. Technically.
Technically not,
Technically.
because I physically can't lie and I said it. So technically not a lie. And just seeing him just try to wrap his brain around it and just eventually just fetal position rocking back and forth. I don't know what lies are anymore.
What's the truth? What's a lie?
Because I have the persuasion, I have the charisma to back up the fact that I can lie my ass off, but he can't physically lie. That's a thing that's funny to me, is that he's really good at deception, but he physically can't lie. So it's like, it's playing a balance of he's using deception to pass off like half truths as truth.
And Seaborn is not from his sea elf side, it's from his human side. His father, his last name is Seaborn. So people just make the assumption that it comes from his sea elf mother's side, but she doesn't have a last name. She's just his mum.
That's fair.
What's his what's his mum's name? I forgot. What's his mum's
What's
name?
my mother's name?
Name. Her name is Ediophia.
Mm.
Ediophia, after the sea goddess.
Alright. Then. Is everyone back from their bio breaks that they definitely took when they were supposed to?
I'm fine.
Of course.
Gotta love the whisper, okay. Then we are ready to get back into the fun. And why Discord? Why tokens? Tokens, why? Move this way. I will deal with that later. So,
Letia.
Luca, you are currently setting up. Oh, someone. For some reason, this thing blowing right in front of my window. Okay. So, Luca, you're currently setting up pitons and rope while
Correct.
Seymour is just full sending it down this slide. Nova and Darcy, are you two doing anything?
Darcy will actually follow Seymour.
I will wait for the rope.
Follow me, and you'll see.
As Darcy goes
Oh my
down, like,
god. This is giving.
Luca's just like, no, no, no.
She'll be
This
like, bye
was
guys.
easy.
Alice, where are we falling into? Are we falling in a world of crazy mushrooms and oysters that speaks and rabbits that are late for tea?
Yes.
No, no, thank you. How's the rope going?
He's just, hammering in pythons, setting up the rope. Eventually, after he gets the rope set up, he tosses it down. Do you want to, like, do a little bit, because it's going to take Luca a minute to get the pythons set up. Do you want to do a little bit with Seymour and the other one down there, or no?
I was
Oh,
act.
wait.
Hmm?
You were actually about to say?
I was actually trying to figure out how to do that because there was a thing earlier that I stumbled into and now I can't remember how I did it. To be able to send just a few players over instead of everyone.
Well,
But
we're basically just going to be setting up the rope and going down. So if you want to switch us all over, that's fine.
yeah, I'll just move the people who are in front, or the people who are in back still. Seymour and Darcy, as you come down this slide of rock and dirt, small stones skittering down beneath your feet and tumbling down further, you see that there is further beyond inside of this tunnel. It comes to a slow bend, and you come to a stop at a flat portion that then leads deeper within. You both stop about right here. And inside, you can see you're coming into what looks to be a chapel of some kind. Walls, stone walls carved out instead of made, and before you see there are the edges of stone pews of some kind. A altar stands to your left, and each of the columns that you can see currently hold a now dimmed and dead torch. There is also what appear to be several deadfalls or piles of stone that you see, and they are marked here, here, and here. These markings show piles of stone, and underneath this one, you notice that there is a skeletal hand sticking out from underneath it. Almost as if these rocks had fallen on someone.
Can we make some kind of check, a religion check or something too?
Can
'Cause
do...
you said that it was sort of like a chapel.
You can do a religion or investigation check if you would like.
Okay. Sorry, the cat won't let me. Religion or...
It's about that size of a rat.
Oh, come on!
Religion or
Religion or-
investigation.
Okay. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. Oh no.
If-
Not...
So, at an advantage.
Oh.
You're giving her advantage on this religion check?
Should I roll again then?
Seymour, are you giving her advantage on this?
Yes.
Okay, then go ahead and roll
Thank
again.
you. Thank you, thank you. I will, well... Never mind.
Not really coming
At
to
least we
you.
tried.
You might have to step in a little bit deeper to get any kind of understanding of what this place may be or what kind of chapel it is meant to show. Though you do look around and see that there is another altar further within. The statue is of a large man towards the back northern wall, standing in front of a marble altar. And the man standing there is in full metal armor, a large helmet that cuts off the face, essentially blocks out what you can see of the face. The only thing that you notice are eyes, and the way that the person made this statue almost appears to have been carved specifically to show anger in the eyes alone. And he stands with a large battle axe in hand, and at his feet is Crimson.
Can we roll something to try to see if we can? I'm sorry, if we can recognize that man.
It's not coming to you right now, Darcy, from your roll. You can.
Would we be on our way down by this point, or no?
I'd say, how much are you trying to attach? Are you just doing like one piton, tying up the rope, and then making your way down?
I do one python. I do one python at the top. No, I double up the. I have 2 pythons, so I'll put the 2 pythons at the top, like parallel to each other, tie them like in like a triangle type of knot, and then drop the rope down.
All right. Then you got maybe another minute before you make your way down. Because hammering into the rock and trying to find a good anchor point will take you another minute or so to do the double.
But if we do it together, is there any chance to?
If you both are working at the same time to
Yeah, she would
pound
have given
in,
a hand.
okay, then yeah, about this time you're able to get the double triangle knot, and then you can make your way down.
Okay.
Seymour and Darcy, you hear the sound of rocks beginning to skitter down the tunnel behind you, and you can hear the sound of people making their way down.
Can Darcy examine the pile of rocks with the skeleton under it? Which one was that? Sorry.
That was this one. You can go ahead and roll me an
Okay.
investigation check.
Alrighty. Investigation. Oh, please. Oh, okay. 16. Not bad.
16. Okay. With a 16, you are able to see what appears to be the skeletal remains of a adventurer. Rusted armor is caved in and broken underneath large boulders as their hand sticks out limp across the ground. And looking at the pile, you begin to notice something. There's a mechanism that caused this. Something to do with a tripwire of sorts. You can see broken thread leading up towards the ceiling, where you notice a large section of the ceiling had collapsed down in this spot.
Okay. And she lets Seymour know. Just to be careful. Because there might still be traps around here. Okay.
Okay, thank you for letting me know.
And around that moment, Luca and Nova, you two now can see the light from Seymour still glowing from his rapier as Seymour and Darcy have made their way in here.
Darcy would tell them as well about the three fires and the traps.
All right. Anything else anyone is doing in this room?
Can I try to remake that? Can I look around and try to get a feel for what kind of god this is dedicated to? Shit like that.
Sure. Where are you stepping?
Here.
Okay. Go ahead and make the religion check.
Got it. Religion. That's a 17.
Looking around and now with the light in the room giving off this dull blue glow, you're able to see the altar and statue at the northern facing wall. And looking at it closer, a connection, something that you noticed upon first seeing it. This is a statue to the god Hoar, a god of revenge and war. Typically, Hoar is known as a neutral aligning god, taking neither side between lawful, chaotic, good, and evil. He is there specifically to aid in vengeance and to be called upon in times of war, regardless of which side he is called to aid. And he often will aid whichever side.
Okay. And you said there were torches around here, right?
They are currently unlit.
Luca is gonna reach his fingers out towards one of the torches and just mutter his incantation for prestidigitation to turn on the torches.
You do so, and the torch does not light.
Why would that not work? Can I roll an Arcana check to try to decipher why that wouldn't work?
Sure, go ahead and roll Arcana.
Dope. That's a 15.
With the 15, looking to it, then looking to Hoar, and then to the entire surrounding that you are in, and taking a moment, Nova.
I'm not.
Are you just walking around?
Yes.
Okay.
She's so, but she's not going anywhere.
Right about here, I'm gonna need you to stop and wait. Right here.
Okay.
Because you passed over that spot and something happened. But first,
Okay. Fair.
talking with Luca, you get the sense that there is something more powerful in control here. That arcane magic is not going to be able to take effect specifically for these lights. There may be something else involving Hoar that would be able to cause the lights to activate, but currently it is unable to be lit.
Okay. This is strange. There's these torches, they seem to be whatever the god that owns this temple seems to be interfering with magic, especially with these torches.
As you say that, Nova, I need a dexterity saving throw.
Uh-oh.
I'm sorry for whatever is about to happen.
Is Noah about to become a pancake as well?
Been on the ground. I've just never been on the ground before. A save. So this roll, I'm going to assume.
A 17. You all hear the sound. Do I have it? I think I have it. I think it'll just work with that then. So you all hear a... That was so quiet.
Oh wait, maybe I need to put that a little higher.
There we go.
The tug thing, it's dragging.
Do you hear this? Of rocks falling.
Rocks getting.
Yes. As rocks fall down from the ceiling, as you feel a line snap under your foot, Nova. And right as you feel it, you feel yourself pull back and duck out of the way just in time as rocks fall down in front of you, large boulders forming a heavy pile as they stack up where you had once been standing. It seems not every trap here has been activated. And you now see
What is it?
should be an X that you see on the map.
Yes.
That is an activated trap.
But don't
So,
catch up people. Be careful with them. Sorry.
also with your passive perception, you would notice that there is a scroll sitting on the altar over here.
Should probably tiptoe over, like, you know, when you tap the ground a little bit and then advance and then tap all the way until said altar, I suppose. Oh, I see it, I see it, I see it. Here, right?
Yes.
I thought it was a bone.
They don't have just like regular scrolls in the map creator that I use.
Okay.
So I was just like, it's a bone cylindrical, it's white, it's fine, it's a scroll. Looking at the scroll, you grab it and begin to read?
Yes.
Okay. Pulling it and opening it, you feel this is very old parchment, has been kept from decaying in this cave by some force. But as you unravel it and look, you are able to read. Do you speak Elvish?
Yes.
Then you are able to read. It says, "In shadows deep, where silence lies, a man named Felon sought his prize. A city bright, now cloaked in night, his heart ablaze, he craved the fight. With eyes like coal he struck the match. Flames danced high, his wrath a catch. Streets ran red, chaos in the air, yet deep in his heart, only despair." Time wove its thread, the flames took hold. His spirit devoured, left bitter and cold. In silence he fell, his body now tombed, yet bound to the ashes, his soul is consumed. In whispers of night, when the wind howls clear, you'll hear Feline's lament, forever held near. So heed this warning, should you dare to tread, to free his dark spirit, you'll join him instead.
I do want to say that she would have like read it out loud so everyone knows what the scroll says. In hushed whisper, but you will still hear. Maybe we don't turn on the light.
Here is a copy of the poem that you read. And actually, not. Can unhide that now. So, you have found this poem, the statue of the god Hoar, and seemingly more traps left behind for curious dungeon delvers that wish to seek gold, fame, or glory. What is the party doing currently?
One thing. In about a half an hour, I do have to leave.
Okay, we can call it in a half hour if everybody's okay with that. Do a little 3-hour session.
Yeah, I figured 3 hours is a good.
Yeah.
You know, it's a good session.
Yeah. All right. So at 4 my time, or 29 minutes, we'll call the session, and then we can do. Actually, at 50, we'll call the session and do comments, questions, concerns, starting with you, so that you can head out.
Dope.
All right. So let's see, what is everybody doing now?
Uh, is the poem said aloud or?
Yes, it is
Okay.
read aloud for everyone to hear.
Okay, so we all know what the poem says. And you said that statue behind the altar has like blood at the bottom?
What appears to be crimson at the bottom if you want to go closer to investigate.
Yeah. Closer to investigate.
Okay. Investigation check. Darcy, are you wanting to help or investigate yourself?
Probably help me out if you
Yep.
can.
Mhm.
Okay.
All right.
That's a 28.
Oh.
Natural 20.
Natural
Ooh,
20.
nice.
Okay. Looking at this statue and the feet of it with the help of Darcy, as the two of you kind of circle around it and look it over fully, you're able to see what appears to be dried blood at the feet of this statue. And Luca, as you look to the statue and give it this once over, give it this look, and take time to fully understand what you're looking at, you can almost hear a voice in your brain call out and say, "You know my name. Say it, and you will see what I can offer."
Luca's gonna look a little worried at that, and then kind of look around. Is there any other possible way to go forward, or is this a single room, no doors?
There is a opening in the wall towards the southeastern side of this chapel.
Luca's gonna start wandering over that way. Hey guys, I think there's an evil spirit in this altar. I don't think we should talk to it. That was kind of scary.
An evil spirit?
Yes.
Luca,
Yep.
go ahead and right about here as you're passing by, give me a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. I'm good at those. 23.
23, you feel the tripwire underfoot, and as you feel it, you look up, see the stones begin to tumble down and dodge out of the way, pulling back as another trap has been set off.
Fun.
So you are able to continue forward after that, and as you continue forward, the closer you get, you notice that another pillar stands in this section, almost as if it were to be a blocking point. But as soon as you get within 10 feet of it, you hear a faint as red light begins to fill the space around you.
Uh-oh. Red light.
Mm-hmm.
Also, out of subject, but like, how does it smell on here?
What does it smell like?
You guys' passive perceptions, it's dank cave. There is a bit of a rot smell that you can sense as you get closer to some of the previously activated traps. And actually, Luca, as you step forward, coming from this direction, a breeze seems to flow back towards you. And on this breeze, you can almost smell charred flesh.
Okay. That's disconcerting. Luca's gonna like peek past the pillar to try to see what's in there without putting himself in direct danger.
All right. Go ahead, give me a perception check.
Okay. Perception. I'm not super good at those. That's a 6.
With a 6, looking inside, you can see a few other stands with torches that go along this cavern hall. But nothing that you can see currently sticks out to you. Hold on, let me see what your token can see. Yeah, you see another statue or another pillar that holds a torch that is currently still unlit.
Okay.
Can Darcy get closer as well and see if she can notice anything?
Sure. Another perception. As Darcy tags Luca out.
Not bad.
13. Looking within Darcy, let's see what you can see. You have to move a little bit.
Could she get, yeah, here or there? I was about to ask if she can move any closer because I didn't know.
So far, you're not seeing
Yeah.
anything that would show similar traps as what was previous in the room before. Just looks like a cave walkway.
Okay. Well, I can't really see anything. Would you guys like to move forward? Forward a bit. Be
Yes.
careful though.
I'm over. Simmer. What is Simmer doing?
What is
Um,
Seymour?
Is sorry. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
No.
Ethan,
Hello.
there you
Yeah,
are. We can
Okay.
hear you.
Seymour is going to use the pews that are in front of him as like stepping stones to avoid triggering any.
Okay. Give me an acrobatics check.
Sure thing. +19 +6. That's a 25.
Oh damn.
As you guys ask yourself, like, what is Seymour doing? Where's Seymour? You look back just in time to see the glowing blue rapier shining light still on him, raise up as he jumps up onto one of the stone pews, and as if he weighed nothing, he jumps between stone pews, doing a solid flip towards the end and making it over with relative ease.
wonderful. Again.
Then he'll just, tiptoe over whatever these things are in the back. These stone.
Those go all the way to the ceiling.
Just like jump. Ah, mind. He's not gonna do that. He's just gonna cleave to water. Flip.
With a 25, I'll allow you to just do like full flips all the way across. But yeah. Here is
Lands
Seymour.
like Simone Biles with his hands above his head, like ta-da.
Not even really heavily breathing at this point.
It maybe I should take the lead.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah.
Now that you are closer to the torches, they too light up. I'm going to need a dexterity saving throw from you, Luca.
I got it. Dexterity saving throw 10.
As you walk by these two torches, you see the red light and hear the which doesn't set off any alarms. The one previously hadn't done anything, but now with these two facing each other, suddenly you see a gout of flame rush out towards Luca and begin to burn. You take 1d6 fire damage, halved because of resistances as a tiefling. 6 points, half to 3.
All right, got it. Bоже мой.
You okay?
I've been better, but I've been worse.
And I was planning on walking along the walls.
That would probably be smarter. Luca is going to step away from the fire and.
Yeah.
No.
And as you come up here,
Do those look like the torches that were there before that scorched the shit out of me?
they look similar to the torches that were there before that scorched the shit out of you.
Can I like, are these flush against the wall, or are they like they seem where they're like kind of out a bit?
Go ahead, give me a perception check.
Can I roll investigation instead?
Can you go ahead and roll investigation instead?
Dope. 21.
21. Looking at it, you now see that this one right here is not flush against the wall, and now that you're able to look a little closer, you can see that there is what appears to be a red line that went around the first pillar and around this back one leading deeper within down the further hall as almost a guide of sorts, but it was very faint, and the red light of the torches has nearly rendered it blending in. You're just able to see it now as you look closer.
Okay, I will follow the guiding line.
Follow the guiding line, which leads you not that way. Hold on. Why brush? This way.
All right, I'm gonna squeeze behind this.
All right.
That was a very strange move.
Stepping behind the pillar and making your way further within, you can see that there is another light flickering down deeper in here.
All right. Luca is gonna pull out his blasting rod and start going forward.
All right. Stepping further within. Seymour, are you following?
Yes, sorry.
No problem.
Just
You
heard from my mother.
understandable. You see in this room that opens up, there's a space to the left and a room to the right. In this room, there are 3 sarcophagi that show what appear to be the carved out forms of men, soldiers. And from the middle sarcophagus, you hear a voice filling the space. You should not have come. As slowly pushing through with a ethereal body, the spectral form of an elven man, eyes glowing red, hair whipping around as if pulled by a wind that is currently not felt within, and pulling out a sword from his back. or pulling out a battle axe from his back and holding it in two hands. You see rising this man. And I need everybody to roll me initiative for the next session.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
That's an unnatural 20.
So much unnatural.
The dice fell on 11 and it. Oh, okay. Forgot about that.
So, we will call this episode here. It is 49 now, so pretty much almost on the dot. And we will start our comments, questions, and concerns, starting with Luca.
I thought the session went pretty well. You know, I'm looking forward to seeing what our fifth player has to bring to the table. But yeah, I think it was a good session.
Austin, awesome. Uh, then, if you have to head out, feel free. And next session will be in about 3 weeks for the 15th.
Okay.
Since I will be out on vacation. So,
I'll stick around for the questions, comments, and concerns, and then I'll leave.
okay. Also, again, happy anniversary.
Thank you.
Then next we'll go with, in order now, Darcy.
Oh, I really love this one. I laughed a lot, so that's nice. Oh, and I really love the rat. I hope nothing happens to him. I hope. I hope. Spare my rat, please.
Just
Yeah,
keep in
it was a fun
mind,
one.
if you bring your rat into dangerous situations,
I know.
there's always a
I'll
possibility.
shelter him.
Alright.
Aw,
Then
That's all.
next we have Nova.
that's sad. um, that's my control. Well, all good. It's new. I don't know, it feels strange somehow, but very exciting, I guess. Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Last but not least, Seymour.
I'm really enjoying it so far. Yeah. Not very good roles at the beginning, but we'll just say that as character-wise, part of the story. But that 25 was pretty cool. Never really got anything above, I think, a 12 on a stealth or below a 12 on a stealth. So I was very happy as I've never played as a rogue before. So this is new and enjoyable experience. And yeah, I'm looking forward to how this progresses.
Alright. Then I think with that, we are ready to call our session here. So, again, thanks to Pocket Bard for supplying awesome music and everything. I can't wait to see what music is going to be like for the next session. And if you guys enjoyed it, those watching on Twitch, consider dropping a follow. We're now like 6 away from reaching affiliate. So, follows help. And anybody watching on YouTube, go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, do all that fun stuff because that really helps as well. Awesome first session, everyone.
Yeah.
And
We did under you.
we'll see you guys in the next one.
You didn't tell us if you have any questions or concerns or comments.
I'm glad we got that artwork for Ulvan. And also, if you guys want to write down names, feel free to write down whatever you think it sounds like or whatever you hear. It doesn't have to be exactly the same as the actual writing because this is what your character knows unless you yourself rolled on the roll. Then I'll give you the full writing of it and how it's supposed to look. But yeah.
That's fair.
All right.
All right.
I'm gonna head out. I'll see you guys around.
See ya.
Bye bye. Have fun.
Bye. Enjoy.